Libras, welcome to Turn Hill. Welcome to the place where we empower the high vibers. I hope all is well. Luck here. All right, Happy New Year. All right, let's go. I come to you, Holy God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light, divine love, in accordance with your divine will. What is it that the Libra collective need to know? Thank you so much. What do they need to know? For whenever they watch it. Boom. Tower, baby. That's where we started. Okay, y'all coming out strong with the tower, huh? Y'all not fucking around with that tower, huh? Okay. Oh my gosh, so much is coming through with this tower. Let me get comfortable. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me roll up my sleeves up in this. Okay? Here's what I'm getting here from this tower. There was a lot of buildup that happened. Like, this tower was this was like the longest fallen tower ever is what I'm getting. Like, there were a lot of moving parts to make this tower happen. I almost want to break it down piece by piece. Like, there were parts that were faulty in even the building of this tower to make this tower fall. Like, I almost feel like, ooh, okay. Well, I'm going to pull back because I don't want someone to feel bad, but this might make someone feel a little bit, because what I'm almost want to say is that there were ways that this tower could have not been what it was. Like, it didn't have to build up to be what it was. It didn't have to be a tower, and the tower didn't have to fall. Like, in the foundation of it, you could have stopped, right? I don't know. It's like someone's building this tower and they're like, okay, let's use faulty material. Let's use faulty cement, if that's a thing. All right, fine. And now on top of that, all right, let's cheat the electric. You know what I mean? So we're going to do some faulty electrical work, right? And then the windows or whatever, you know what I'm saying? We're going to make sure there's no fire escape, right? It's just like piling on thing after thing after thing. This buildup led. There were steps where it could have stopped. All right. Anyway, 10 of Wands. Someone might be realizing that, and that might be a burden on someone. Like, why did I let it go this far? You know, it's so interesting, you know, and because, you know what I like to always tell myself, just as a reminder, like, hey, there's always a sign. There's always going to be a sign that's going to tell me, even if maybe it's just an affirmation that I tell myself at this point, but it started from a belief that there's always going to be a sign that's going to let me know that it's going to give me a warning, you know? I've always been very intuitive. So that is actually true. So I don't know if that's true for everyone, but in this case, it was. There were warning signs. Some people ignore the warning signs. Some people might feel, you know, oh, this can't happen to me, or feeling invincible, or whatever the case is, feeling the ego puffed up, whatever the case is, all right, and then not realizing what they're creating. It created this perfect storm of something falling apart. It got too heavy. All right, let's keep going. And you know what? I want to say this. If this is you and you're feeling a way about this, this will allow you, if you reflect on this moment, this can allow you to actually be able to identify the signs before it becomes a tower, okay? Because eventually it does get to that point. Eventually it does get to that point where you're like, okay, wait, this is a sign here. Let me reel it back in. Oh, let me pivot, you know? All right, cool. You have the 10 of Cups coming out. 10 of Cups coming out. An emotional, fulfilling situation. Oh, geez. Where's my other cards? Okay, excuse me. Because I want to clarify this. what this emotionally fulfilling situation was that became a tower, became a burden. What's the Ten of Cups about? You know what I'm getting? For some of you guys, with this Ten of Cups and the abundance card coming through, some of you got somebody, this could be you or someone else, okay? And the prophets were saying that. Somebody had an emotionally fulfilling situation. They might have looked at it like, oh, that's always going to be there. More fish in the sea. Boom, tower. Now it's no longer there because it was taken for granted. You know, it's something like that happening there where, yeah, that's what it was. All right, let's continue. And now they're left with, oh gosh, this story is really like kind of filling in itself. Once upon a time, there was a person who had love in their hands and they wanted to frolic and be for the streets. And then the love that they had in their hands dropped out of the picture. And now all they have is this street shit. And they're like, okay, that definitely, me being in the streets is nothing compared to this emotional fulfilling situation I once had. It's like the energy of, oh, okay, so you want to be out in these streets, you want to frolic and swim with the other fish? All right, go ahead, play with the fish. The fish were only cool, the other fish were only cool as long as this person stayed around. Now that this person is no longer there and out of the picture, these other fish is no longer fun. Now that's kind of weird to say, but that's what it is. Okay, the removal of the actual happiness, the source of their happiness, it made everything else not so fun. So someone is realizing what their source of their happiness actually was. Okay. Okay. What else? And I'm almost getting this energy of feeling alone, feeling left out in the cold. Like they collected all this fish, but it's like, okay, but who do I have to? I don't care. Who do I have to share memories with? It's not these fish. So it was the big kahuna, baby. What? Not, is that a fish? Moving on. My metaphors be all over the place, man. You know, or whatever. Just deal. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be dealing, and I appreciate y'all for that. Alright, what else? Yeah. You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. Did you really gain some? That's what I'm getting, all right? So we have that, no. Is it 6 or the 9? Okay, yeah. 6 of Wands in a verse with the Ace of Pentacles in a verse. They're feeling like they lost something real. All right, so we know what the story is, okay? Let's see if there's anything else we can pull from the storyline. Let's help out this person since it's about them missing out, because I think whoever left, they good, they chilling. Queen of Pentacles, Page of Cups, 9 of Wands, and the 6 of Swords. Yeah. All right, so ultimately someone is going to, it's going to help them clean up their act. They're going to feel away about it for a while. It's going to be hard to kind of move on from it, is what I'm getting as well. It's like, oh my gosh, how could I have ignored all these signs, you know? That 6 of Swords is coming out with that Temperance card in reverse. I'm going to look into that Temperance card in reverse because it's like after the Tower, they still are kind of acting like, still kind of ignoring their intuition, it seems. Oh, so that's why it takes a while for them to actually get it? So it's like somebody was... Okay, hold on. They just know that they lost the thing. They might not be sure as to why. Oh, this whole story is playing out. All right, so once upon a time, Mofo had a love. The love dropped. They were in the streets. They were like, okay, this something about not being in the streets, something about being in the streets no longer feel as good anymore. I'm not sure why. And I don't think that they're putting two and two together. Like, the streets was never making them happy. This situation was making them happy. This, whatever this Ten of Cups energy is, we're gonna call them butterfly, okay? And then we're gonna call this other one person in the streets, okay? All right, so butterfly was in this person's life and making them feel overall good, which is what great relationships do, right? Whether it's friendships, whether it's you're happy at your job, you know, you like your coworkers, you're just gonna have an overall just feeling better about things, right? More upbeat, blah, 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 just feeling good. I feel like this person didn't realize that the butterfly was a source of their happiness until the butterfly flew away. And they're like, wait, okay, so they flew away. That sucks. But why is everything else looking dry to me? And it's because a butterfly, see, it's like when you're in love, right? Everything just is a bit more magnified, right? The colors are brighter and everything is so happy and things feel good. You know, the breeze is beautiful. It's like being on ecstasy. So I've heard. I haven't been on it, but what I've heard is it magnifies your senses, right? Okay, so something like that. Someone who was on this ecstasy of love didn't realize that they were riding that wave of love, and that's what made their world so colorful until the ecstasy died off. That is their butterfly flying away. And now everything else is back to this dullness, this gray energy. They're like, why is my world so gray? And it's going to take a while for this person to put two and two together is what it seems like. They're just going to feel like, okay, well, maybe I just got to find more fish. You know, maybe I'm just no longer into the fish that I had in these streets. All right, well, maybe I'll find some more people. But then they find more and it's still like, no, nothing is working. Nothing is hitting anymore. The food that I like, I don't like it no more, or whatever the case is, okay? Not to be dramatic, but it's something like that. They take a while before they realize the reason why everything is gray now is because a butterfly left. And now they're going to realize they took advantage of this person's energy in their life. Whew, okay. All right. Then it leads to resistance of that concept. No, this butterfly did not have that much of an effect on me. Because then they have to face the fact that they lost something that valuable. So it leads to, wow, this is a very like play-by-play thought process right now, and it's kind of wild. But it leads to this level of resistance where they're like, I'm gonna prove that I can be happy without them. What? They brighten up my life? No, the hell they did not. I brighten up my life, okay? All right, and it's that energy as opposed to just admitting like, damn, I fucked up. Like, that person genuinely made me happy. That's crazy. So nobody wants to think that someone has that level of an effect on them. That's scary. That's vulnerability, but that's also love, you know? So someone has to admit to the love, the vulnerability, and then the fact that they let that thing go. Those are some layers. It's going to be a struggle to get there, though. Because they're going to go through every reason before they actually face the fact that they messed up. They messed up a good thing. So then they, yeah, okay, fine. Eventually it does click. But I feel like, as I mentioned, whatever, I'm just repeating myself now. They just go around looking to replace that happiness. And this isn't a happy ending. Okay. What happens? They take a closer look at what their intuition is telling them, or start putting two and two together, or whatever. All right, well, that's the story there. Person in the streets took butterfly for granted. Butterfly flew away. Now they're going to try to replace the butterfly. It's not going to happen. They're going to have to take a closer look at themselves and like, how did they miss these signs? Because it does seem like an unexpected thing that the butterfly flies away. So they're going to have to take a closer look at that. They're going to analyze like, okay, where did I go wrong? Somewhere in that foundation, I probably should have use a better cement or some shit, whatever. All right, so that's what's happening there. Overall advice for this person. Hangman. True perspective is what I heard. I was gonna say there's a new perspective that needs to be had, and I heard true perspective. They need to face the true perspective, the truth of the situation. They fucked up. The end. Is that how we're gonna end this reading? God, that's harsh. And then they lived happily ever after separately. All right, let's see. Anything else to be continued? I don't know. What's advice? Okay. Oh, this is nice. The true perspective comes out. 1616, as I said that. It jolts them out of whatever ego they were in. And they have this wonderful aha moment with the eight of swords coming out of her. So they finally get out of that little bit of a mental trap that they were in, trying to rack their brain as to how this tower happened and why the butterfly flew away. They finally get it. They see the truth. The end. That's the end of this story. I mean, I don't know. This is weird. This is weird. Enjoy. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment. I need to find a better way to end these readings because I just be ending it like, all right, and bye. All right, feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment. Add me on IG, Taryn Heal. If you want a personal reading, check out the info box below. If you want to be an angel donor, check out the Patreon link below. Okay, all right. Add me on the top, add me on the Twitter, add me on the IG, please. Okay, it's lonely on Twitter, man. Need some help over there. I'll be talking my shit over there. It'll be fun. All right, till we meet again. Peace.